So hi there. Um, Back again with another episode. So in this episode, we'll be trying to kind of uh, we'll be trying to kind of authenticate because we've created a mem stuff, so we need to kind of authenticate. So yeah, I'm getting this problem anytime I don't kind of send an empty object, which I feel I could fix by probably by adding. I don't know if that fixes it, but let's see. By adding optional to this. Oh, what's the error? Oh, it can't take in any stuff, so I have to put it here. So let me see if that fixes it. I just want to check. If it doesn't, I'll just move on with what we are trying to do. So if I remove this and I press send, still fails because it's selecting an object, which is interesting. Okay, so I'm not going to worry myself. So anytime I want to make requests, you have to actually pass an empty object. Sort of weird. But then if we pass it, we get this. This is the third the third mem pass. So this is the code. So I'm going to just take this code and try to authenticate this person. So I'll save this, go back to Thunder client stuff, create a new stuff, any requests, and this one I would say authenticates mempass. So in this case, I'm going to have the mempass stuff, but I'm going to change this one to authenticate. So the fact that we use feathers generator to kind of generate the authentication, as it added a service for us, an authentication service for us, which allows us to kind of authenticate using authenticate. Is it authenticate or authentication? I'm coming. Okay, I think it's authentication. Okay, because it gets request. It's authentication. Yeah, so it's providing this authentication stuff for us to use. In case you don't know, you can just check authentication here. You would see this. I think it allows you to kind of edit something. So let me see. Oh, config key. So I think the config key is what you use to specify whether you want to authenticate or authentication. I think so. Hopefully I'm right. Oh, okay. It's not for that. I know I've edited it before. I've kind of changed the stuff from authentication to something else before, but I can't remember how I did it anymore. So I'm already wasting too much time in this video, so let me just go straight to trying to authenticate us. So to authenticate us, once I click send, I'm going to get invalid authentication information, no strategy set. So if I go to the body, I have to set a strategy. So I'm going to have strategy. Oh, I thought this was post one. So for the strategy, you can use local. So in our case, I think it's local, though it's not already local, so it might fail. let me see something. Strategy not allowed. So in auth strategies, to confirm what is even auth strategies, you can come to config, go to defaults, and check the auth strategies we have here. JWT is the only one allowed. So that means we can pass JWT. Let me watch what happens now. So node access token passed. Okay, so am I supposed to pass a token? That's weird. This won't work because access token. Or is it access token? Okay, so it's because it's expecting JWT stuff. It's failing because yep. So that means we can't use this. We can't use like the authentication mechanism that Fed has provided for us because obviously it's expecting JWT, which we don't currently support. One way we can actually use it in a way, meaning if we use it, it means we can just pass the code and then it's going to kind of, so normally if I had set the normal local stuff, that's email and password, it means for this thing I would have written local here and then here I can go on to kind of provide email and password, right? But I didn't set that. It's JWT in this case. So if I want to use JWT, what will I do? So one thing I could do is to kind of extend the JWT strategy, right? I can decide to extend it, but this is a whole lot of work. So one way I could just go about this is to avoid this completely. That means I want to use like this authentication service at all. So it simply means that instead I would want like anytime a request is to be made for anything, right? I want like the user to just pass the code along on the front end, which is somehow not safe. But yeah. So I'm going to think through the process of how we are going to fix this, because I feel like I could still depend on this, just that I have to extend it, and I'll get back to you in the next video.